Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a book review on the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. So, before I do get going with this book review on the entirety of the Lunar Chronicles, this review will contain absolutely no spoilers, so you can continue to watch freely if you wish. But yes, no spoilers. I'm going to try and talk as generally about the series as best as I can. So yeah, just a really quick plot summary, if you will, about the Lunar Chronicles. This entire series, it takes place in the future, in our world, and there's been a lot that's happened here in the future. There's been a Third World War, there's been huge advancements in technology, there's a disease that is running rampant that's killing a lot of people. It's essentially the plague again here in the future. And the moon has been colonized. The moon, they call it Luna. So for the most part, this future world, it is still our world, just, you know, add in some additional technology, add in the fact that robots and androids exist, add in the fact that people live on the moon now, you know. But yeah, you still have, like, you know, you have the United States over here, you have Great Britain, you have Europe, you have Australia, you have the Eastern Commonwealth, as it's called here. Yeah, everything's pretty much essentially the same. So, what you need to know about this series, if you don't know already, the Lunar Chronicles, every single book, they are retellings of classic fairy tales. So with the first book, you have Cinder. This is a retelling of Cinderella. The next book is Scarlet, which is a retelling of Red Riding Hood. Then you have Cress, which is a retelling of Rapunzel. And then Winter, which is a retelling of Snow White. And then you have these other supplemental books in the series, if you will, if you become a die-hard fan. You also have Fairest, which is a prequel book to the whole series, and this is about the evil queen. In this series, the evil queen, if you will, she's called Lavana, and she is the queen of the moon, if you will. And then you also have Stars Above, which this is definitely material you need to read after you read all of the books. Stars Above is a compilation of a bunch of short stories, and they all take place in between all of the books in the series. So yeah, I definitely recommend reading Stars Above after you've completed the series. But as far as Fairest is concerned, I think the best time to read Fairest is definitely after you have read the first three books in the series, Cinder, Scarlet, and Cress. Fairest, that's a nice place to put it, right between Cress and Winter. Because if you read Fairest first, even though it's a prequel, if you read it first, you're actually going to get a lot of spoilers in a way. So yeah, do not read it first by any means. So yeah, my overall general thoughts and opinions about the Lunar Chronicles. I love the Lunar Chronicles, you guys. Just such breathtaking, refreshing reads. I mean, there has been so many fairy tale retellings, it's not even funny, but there's something just so unique and refreshing about Marissa Meyer's take on these fairy tales. I mean, I would have never thought to myself, oh hey, let's put Cinderella in the future and make her an android. I mean, how genius is that? Just so clever. And Marissa Meyer's writing, it's really well done, and the writing, it can be a little bit fluffy and perhaps a tad bit cheesy on occasion, but I don't know, that's kind of the charm of this series, how sweet it is, how fluffy it is. But it does get some really dark and dramatic moments, especially as you reach the conclusion of the series, as everything is finally coming together. And you know, the big thing, they have to fight Queen Lavana, who is Queen of the Moon, Luna, at the moment, and yeah, she is a very dastardly villain. She is a genuine threat in this series. So yeah, even though things kind of start off a certain way in the series, I mean, it really raises in drama and action and angst by the very end. And such a great cast of characters. I mean, if you're familiar with fairy tales, you're going to be familiar with all these characters. And like I keep saying, you will absolutely enjoy Marissa Meyer's fresh take on these characters. It's just amazing what she does with these characters, the personalities she gives them, the lives she gives them. So overall, I don't particularly have much I want to say about this series. There's perhaps already hundreds of reviews out there for this series. But yeah, I just wanted to let you guys know my overall thoughts and feelings. I love this series. I seriously don't think there's any negatives for me as far as this series goes. I'm sitting here trying to think of some negatives, and I honestly really don't have any negatives, and that's quite a rare thing for a series. That's the great thing about this series. I think just because, you know, you start off with the first book, you have Cinder, you're introduced to Cinder. She's a mechanic. She's an android. She has a mysterious past and this and that. You know, you're basically just introduced to a set of characters in this first book, and then this is essentially a setup book more than anything to get you acquainted with this world and the big problems that are evolving. And then, yeah, you go right into Scarlet next. You're introduced to Scarlet. And Cinder, she does pop up in Scarlet. The characters, they all do interweave within these books. They all somehow connect eventually throughout the series. I think my favorite books in the series are definitely Crest and Winter. Oh my god, I love these books. This is where the action really gets going, and yeah, just the connective tissue between these characters really heightens the drama and the action, the romance. So yeah, Crest and Winter, oh my goodness, I adore these. So you guys, in the comments below, have you guys read the Lunar Chronicles? What do you think? Or do you plan on reading the Lunar Chronicles in the future? Just let me know. And yeah, I had no spoilers in this review, and it was really hard not to talk about spoilers. So yeah, in the comments below, if you want to talk about spoilers with me, feel free to do so, because I would love to talk about spoilers with you. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And if you like this video, you may like these other videos. Bye guys.